Right now, a million miles from where you're sitting, there's a machine floating in the freezing dark, colder than anywhere on Earth, and it is staring at light that left its source before Earth even existed. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. This is the James Webb Space Telescope, and what it just found might change how you see your own existence. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why one Nobel Prize winning scientist looked at this machine and said, "We're going to get a great surprise from this telescope." He had no idea how right he was. Light doesn't just travel, it takes time. Which means when you look far enough into space, you're not looking at out there. You're looking at back then. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to look back 13.5 billion years, to almost the very beginning of time itself. That's not old. That's almost the whole clock. To do that, engineers had to build something insane, a mirror over 21 feet wide, made of 18 hexagon segments coated in a layer of pure gold, because gold reflects infrared light better than anything else we know. Then, they folded it up like origami, launched it on a rocket, and unfolded it a million miles from Earth, with zero room for error, because if one of the 344 single points of failure failed, the most expensive scientific instrument ever built would be a dead piece of metal forever. It worked perfectly. Here's where it gets strange. Scientists expected Webb to confirm what we already believed about the early universe: small, faint, slow-forming galaxies. Instead, senior project scientist John Mather, the man who won a Nobel Prize for measuring the leftover heat of the Big Bang itself, looked at Webb's first images of ancient galaxies and said something no one expected. "They're not quite like what we thought they were. Surprisingly big, bright, powerful, and numerous." Read that again. The oldest galaxies in the universe are bigger and brighter than physics said they should be able to be, this early, this fast, after the Big Bang. It's like finding a fully grown oak tree in a forest that's only 3 days old. Something built these galaxies faster than our models allow. And nobody, not one scientist on Earth, fully knows how yet. Now here's where Webb stopped being just a space camera and became something closer to a truth machine. Webb doesn't just take pictures. It can break starlight apart into a spectrum, like a rainbow, and read the chemical fingerprint hidden inside it. In 2023, Webb pointed at a distant world called K218b, 120 light-years away, and read its atmosphere. Inside that starlight, it found signs of water vapor, carbon-based molecules, and a possible chemical, dimethyl sulfide, that on Earth is only produced by living organisms. Nobody is shouting, "Aliens," yet. Scientists are careful people. But think about what just happened. We didn't send a spacecraft there. We didn't land a rover. We sat a million miles from Earth and read the air of a planet 120 light-years away, just from its light. Carl Sagan spent his whole life pushing humanity to look outward. He once said it best, in a phrase that now feels almost prophetic. "Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known." Webb might be the machine that finally proves he was right. Let's zoom out for a second. You are made of atoms that were forged inside dying stars billions of years ago. Every atom in your body has been floating through space longer than the Earth has existed. And now, we've built a machine using those very atoms, arranged into hands, and minds, and curiosity, that can look back across almost the entire lifetime of the universe and watch its own origin story unfold. John Mather didn't just build a telescope. He built a time machine made of gold and math. And when asked what drives him, after decades of work, a Nobel Prize, and one of the hardest engineering projects in human history, he didn't talk about fame. He said simply, Every day there's a wonderful discovery, and I am so thrilled that we're doing these things. That's not a scientist talking. That's a kid who never stopped looking up. So here's the truth Webb keeps teaching us, one image at a time. The universe is bigger, older, stranger, and more alive feeling than we ever assumed, and every time we build a better eye to look at it, it surprises us. Webb isn't done. It has years left. More galaxies. More atmospheres. More surprises waiting in the dark. And somewhere in that data, there might be an answer to the biggest question we've ever asked. Are we alone? If this blew your mind even a little, hit subscribe, because next time, we're going even deeper into what Webb found, and trust me, it gets stranger. Turn on notifications. The universe isn't done surprising us, and neither am I.